All right, welcome back everybody to another video. This is I believe my second journal entry. Today is May 8th of 2026. I just got back from watching the Montreal Canadiens versus Sabres game of round 2 in the playoffs. Canadiens win 5-1. I just made myself some awesome ramen. About to eat it. And yeah. I think a topic of discussion for today, I think a lot of us have a lack of motivation or a lack of discipline in our everyday lives. I think the title of this video is gonna be something like your life sucks and you're the reason that your life sucks. I think people are misunderstood that once they are born and once they meet the friends that they meet or they go to the school that they go to, they're given out a set of cards. And the set of cards that they are given kind of depicts that this is my life and this is who I will become. And no matter what I do, this is no matter what kind of holidays I celebrate or what decisions I make, this is the person that I'll be destined to come out to be, and there's nothing I can do about it and go do about it. This is wrong. This is completely wrong. I feel like everybody is waking up. Everybody is waking up. Maybe you doom scrolled the night before. You said that you were going to go to bed at 11 p.m. and you doom scrolled until 1 or 2 a.m. Now you are at a lack of sleep because you can't fall asleep without your brain running at 1,000 miles per second, and you're soaking up all this stimulation and dopamine and serotonin, and then you wake up and maybe you shower in the morning, maybe you have breakfast at the house or something, but for I think for most people it's a big just wake up, get dressed, grab your phone, your wallet, keys, get out the door, rush to your ideal favorite fast food spot, get your favorite food, and just head to the 9 to 5. You get to work, and then at 8 9, um, you work, you get your break around like 12 or 1, and then you go home around 4 or 5. And by the time you get home at 4 or 5, maybe you want to take another shower, second shower of the day, depending if you did it in the morning, and then let's just say it's 6 now. You wasted about like an hour of time of just like walking into the house, getting dressed, or taking a shower, or I don't know, maybe you cook, maybe you have a family, maybe you have kids that you have to take care of, maybe you have a husband that you have to cook for, and you chop up ingredients or whatever you're making and cook up dinner. By the time dinner is done, maybe it's like 7:30 if you're like really on your stuff. Like let's say everybody is procrastinating in between this, like I don't know, you forget your phone here, or like the game's on, or like you're watching hockey, or you're watching basketball, you're watching football, and and then by the time food's ready and you're eating, you're mingling with whoever's in your house. This is even like worst case scenarios for like people that like live alone, people that just like live in an apartment, or people that live in a basement suite or something. If you're waking up and you're just going to the 9 to 5 and you come home and there's nobody that you're saying hi or hello to or I love you or like just having general like genuine like social interaction amongst other people, this is just like terrible. This is terrible for your mental health. This is terrible for your being and your energy. And let's say you're eating with whoever you have in the household, and you finish eating. Maybe it's like 8 o'clock, 8:30 or something. You have an hour or 30 minutes, 2 hours until you have to go back to bed at 11 o'clock. And you have maybe 2 hours to yourself to do whatever you want, whether that's watch a movie or watch, I don't know, do that, put some time into that side hustle that you've been working on, or play video games, or like have a night, I don't know, not a night out with your friends, but like just like kind of, you only have like 2 hours, 3 hours just to yourself until you go to bed and just do it all over again. And even with like if you're fortunate enough to have like weekends off as a 9 to 5er, like even these weekends are not as satisfactory because by the time like everybody hates Mondays, and by the time it's like Tuesday or Wednesday, you've just like reached this like, oh, okay, like we're doing it, we're working, this is what we're doing and stuff, and then it's like Thursday and Friday, it's just like that long hang in there stretch until the weekend, and then when you get into the weekend, it's just like kind of whatever. You like wake up, you finally get in that sleep in that you've been wanting, or you get to go out with your friends and you finally get to have that social interaction as like sort of like a reward system, and it just kind of repeats. And we're kind of like repeated in this cycle. And and kind of just going back to that the title that I was talking about your life sucking and you're the reason for it. The whole reason why we're all stuck in this cycle is because none of us are putting in the effort to change any of this. Nobody is putting their foot down and saying no. Everybody is just going with the flow and be like, I guess I guess it costs this much to buy food, or it costs this much to maintain a vehicle, or it costs this much to own a house, or it just costs us much, and nobody is saying. Everybody's like slightly complaining, like, oh, it sucks. Oh my God, have you seen gas prices? Like everybody's just saying this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, but nobody is collectively saying fuck you to the government. Why is everybody just sitting through this and taking it on the chin and just letting this happen to us? Why do we keep voting in the same government officials that promote this good change to the world, yet we see nothing change that is like great, nothing that is good. I can't remember the last four or 8 years of my life where I've thought that I voted in an elected official and I was like, wow, he has made my life easier. It's always just been a giant slop, a giant blah, a giant like fuck you to your face. And the reason why this is all our faults is because we're just letting it happen. We're letting it happen. We don't care. We don't have the courage. We don't have the power to say anything. We don't care that much. We are all just waiting until we go from womb to tomb, waiting till we just die at the end of the day. To some extent, this goes to these 9 to 5 NPCs that you see every day. Every day that you see in traffic, you see these people just mindlessly at the wheel, just staring and waiting for this light to go green and then stopping at a light that is red to They're under the spell of this system. This is all they believe that the world is, and therefore their happiness is depicted on this system, this world that they are so locked in on and stuff. There's nothing outside of it. This is what it is. I am gonna say that you for people that are maybe my age or older or kind of just waking up to this spell, this system, this this project of humanity that the government is conspiring with world leaders and all this stuff. If you have woken up and started asking yourself why all the time to everything that is going on around us, like I don't know, like this whole Epstein stuff, or just as of late, like war with Iran, Israel decimating Gaza, or UFOs coming out, or Trump getting shot. Like this has all happened in a month, like within a month, and our minds are so trapped in this web of just what is happening this now, and if you're in tune and you get these conspiracy answers about all these type of subjects, it's broken down with in a snap, like that this is all orchestrated, and this is all a big mind spell that all of us are just like, wow, oh my god, look at the world has come to, look at what is happening in the world. Like everybody is just jumping to the next thing that's happening in the world, and nobody says anything. Nobody says why. Nobody says I struggle to find a person that I can walk up to and they're just having the same conversation that I'm having to you guys, is why is this all happening? Why nobody asks why. And this is the giant mind spell that all these NPCs and all these 9 to 5 workers are under. And they do not understand that they are under this part of the system. And the reason why that the most of us are probably like this, the people that maybe watch this video are like this, or maybe you're not like this gladly, but is because you don't put in the effort. There is no effort being given. There is no fucks given. There is no energy. Your energy is given to this 9 to 5 and that is it. That is your day. Your energy is not ebb and flowed between you and yourself, or you and the people around you. You are a zombie. You waste so much time. We all waste so much time on our phones. And when we're not at our phones, we're on our jobs. If you were to go into your settings and pull up your screen time, I guarantee you it's at least 4 plus hours of 4 plus hours of our life just given away on this day just for this screen. I can't remember what this screen benefited me. Maybe for news and social media, or maybe just shit to say, stay plugged in, stay tuned in to what society has to offer that day. But I can't remember the last time where this genuinely made me happy, or just it's just like a giant distraction. Like if we were to take if you were to take the time that you spend on this phone, like this 2 hours, 4 hours that you're on your phone, whether you were doom scrolling on social media, texting, on your banking apps, anything like that, if we were to take this time and everybody were to push towards a side hustle, or in some way that benefits how you think, or how you intellectually like rewire your brain, or you learn something, or like you're making money in some other way, do you know how drastically this would change people's lives? Or just if you were to take the 4 hours every single day, like 4 times 7, 4 hours out of the seven days that we have in a week, that's like, what? Someone knows the math. 7, 14, 21, 28, 28 hours of a week. If we were to keep multiplying that, 28 times 4, like, I'm not I'm not super great at math, but just if we were to put this time into something that we're actually passionate about, something that actually makes us money, something that actually expends our energy positively, something that actually keeps us in a positive mindset, something that keeps us slumped away from slumped back in our couches, something that keeps us away from this zombie mindset, this what keeps us from being a slave to what they want us to do, a slave to keep us chasing the numbers, a slave to keeping keeping our life going, keeping our life is dependent on what we are passionate about, what we are responsible for, like whether that's kids, whether that's a car we really care about, a house. It's everything that we use our money and spend our money on to then further feel like we're responsible for, that just deeper and deeper we just waste our time on. And I think just the big lesson here is that if you want to escape this this spell, you need to start putting in effort. You need to put you need to put in effort to put your phone away at 11 o'clock and actually go to bed, and 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 wake up. If you actually put your phone away, you would be able to wake up at 7 a.m. At 7 a.m. You have now gained maybe an hour or two if you actually went to bed on time. You wouldn't be tired. You know, you need to put in effort. You need to put in the time to make the food for the breakfast the next day, or lunch the next day, or go out shopping, and or put in the time into this side hustle that would make you the money so that you could buy the food that would not further plunge you into obesity or pre-diabetes, to be pre-diabetic. Like, what's the statistic? Like 40% of Americans are all obese. Like, we're all overweight. Like 40% of us are all overweight. All of us are out of shape. All of us are tired. You could practically mark that down and say 40% of Americans are all slaves to the system. And what we can do, what you can do to change this, is by putting in the effort, by working and putting in the discipline, putting in listening to things that will purposely change your mindset, change what you do on a day-to-day basis, what change give you the motivation to do something about it. Like, we all look at these extremely successful people. We see Jeff Bezos, we see like Elon Musk, we see like Jim Carrey, we see these celebrities, and we always ask how could they do this? We see the Michael Jordan, we see the LeBron James, we see the Conor McDavid, we see what and we ask, what how look at this amazing specimen of a human. How are they capable of doing this? Because they put in the effort every single day, because they wanted to be great. They wanted to make their parents proud. They wanted to make their friends and surrounding people, communities proud and show, like, they wanted to show that you are only limited by your own mind. You, if you were to put in the belief and put in, if you were to believe in yourself, every great human being, I'm sure you've heard, says to believe in yourself, because if you believe in yourself, you'll you will be able to manifest and inspire an energy that is capable of creating this existence that is true. It may not happen in an instant, but over years, if you just simply believe in yourself and put in effort day in and day out to change this and focus on a dream that you believe in existing in, this has no other path but to come true because you are simply making it happen through believing in yourself in this happening. A simple example, if I believe it may come off as harsh, but if I simply believe that I am a fantastic driver and I know that I will not get in a car crash tomorrow, my belief and understand, I'm sure there's moving variables where you may get unlucky. There's drunk driver, just a, not a great driver on the road and you get into a car crash, but at the expense of yourself. If you believe that you are a great driver and you believe that this variable car crash will not happen, there's a fucking great chance that this won't happen. Or there's a it's all in your control. It's all under your control. If you believe you're going to be fine, if you believe that you will not come under the wrath of cancer, you'll never, this won't simply happen. Therefore it won't happen. But for the most, they believe that this is an an inevitable cause of life, a way for life to end. And they believe that this is capable of having a grasp on their life. And therefore, if they believe that this is capable of ending their life, this has a chance of happening because they believe it happens. So my message to you guys is start putting in effort. Start doing the things you love. Start doing the things that will inevitably change your life for the better for those around you. I think that's all I have to say. Thanks.